Hi, we're Getaway Geese. My name's Stuart. Jane's hiding away in the background. It's not that it's a big van, but she's a bit camera shy at the moment. I'm sure she'll get over it. We are going to, in this video, show you our first ever day in a camper van. Our camper van's called Harry.
Underneath the rows of trees, I will see you where the ocean meets the sky. Under your toes, the fire grows. You are ready for a different kind of life. You're silent for the wind is cold. You must return to the wild.
So, after many years and months of planning, which we will actually overview in another video, we finally arrived at the point where we've chosen our van and we went to pick up our van. So partly out of excitement and partly out of fear, we jumped on a train from Fleet and went to Roywood Transit over in Winnish. They're actually known as auto campers, where we spent the whole morning with Steve, the managing director there. Really good overview of the van. He took us through everything very slowly at our own pace, which was great, to be honest, because it showed us on the vehicle side. We went through all the side on the leisure side. We tried things out, etc. And then we set off back to Fleet.
Stuart taking the van out for the first time. Dang, 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 dang. It's the Beverly Hillbillies.
Huge grins on our face.
Look, we've got to manoeuvre through there now. They're like the problem. Shit, I can't look.
I don't know if you're going to manoeuvre this.
Oh my god! You're going to take a van out.
How do I know where I'm going?
Head to Brussels later for more talks.
Oh, she's not telling us. You excited?
Efficiency. And a group of MPs are being told off for playing football.
I'm frightened too.
So we threw all the equipment into the van. There was a lot of it. We didn't even tidy it up at that point in time. We just literally put it on the floor of the van and we drove off to a caravan and motorhome club that we joined in Cirencester. We wanted to get there before dark, really, and just to set up. So we had a nice journey driving it. Our first experience in a van, being high up, all of those new things, being quite excited in the van. So we managed to hook up, get the power on, managed to get the gas on, and then we were faced with all of the stuff we'd bought. Okay, so we've arrived at our first site in Cirencester, having a short trip from Fleet, Hampshire, and somehow we've got to manage to unpack all of that and get that into the cupboards. Only then we'll decide whether we've actually brought too much stuff, I guess. So we'll see how it goes. Oh, and I forgot, all of this in the back here also needs to go away somewhere. So it's going to be an interesting night. Probably at that moment we thought, oh shit, this is not going to work. This is not going to fit into our van where we bought far too much stuff. So we found a solution. It was a bottle of wine, so we owned a bottle of wine. It all magically went away in the cupboards, and it was all right in the end. So that fear went away. We then cooked ourselves something on the gas stove, so we had a bit of pasta, something nice and easy. Harry gets christened.
Over a period of time.
Over a period of time. I'll put a link of where you can get these from because it's pretty good quality. I guess it's a synthetic
And it might look
plastic.
like hammy, but it's very hard to link up Harry.
Just make it Harry.
Yeah.
There you go, Harry.
Do we want to go woo?
Woo! I'm not going to crack a bottle of champagne over it.
Oh no, but we'll have some wine.
For our first night, it was an interesting night because it was -2 degrees. We woke up in the early hours. We hadn't quite got the heating set right, and once we had, we got a Webasto diesel-fueled Webasto heater, and that was fantastic, I have to say. So yeah, during the night we managed to sort ourselves out there, and then woke up in the morning to -2 degrees, ice on the windscreen, and we'd survived. We hadn't died, which was the main thing. So it was good. We felt good about it. So we set off for our next destination, which was going to be South Wales. We were going to head out towards St David's. Never been out towards St David's before. So as you can see, we had a great journey down. It was really nice in the sunlight. We arrived just before sunset, which was great. It was literally 10 or 15 minutes before sunset, but so it was a great sunset. We managed to take some pictures, got parked up, used the blocks for the first time, and then got up the following day and had a great walk around the coastline here along White Sands Bay. It was really spectacular.
Do you want to tell us what the best bit about your trip's been?
Best bit.
Why don't it be nice now? You're just like...
So the feeling of excitement when we came out of the office at the place and there it was in the corner. So it was our first introduction to Harry. I think there was that. Then we, obviously when we drove away, there was that fear.
Scared.
Scared. Never driven a van apart from moving house every now and again, every few years I suppose. So that was good. The feeling of driving high up, that was good.
What have we messed up?
I think we got a couple of the things we bought haven't worked.
What was the worst thing we left at home?
Oh, so having brought the whole house with us, so it felt as though we did at one point.
Yeah, but what's the worst
We
thing?
left the tea for the first night, so our pasta, so we'd had no tea, so therefore we had to improvise.
No, we brought the tea. We were just missing one ingredient.
The pasta?
Yeah,
I
which
said
was
that.
the main ingredient.
I just said
Yeah, but
that.
we had the rest of the tea.
That was the tea.
Yeah. No, but we had all the veggies and the
Yeah,
sauce.
that's great, but we didn't have the...
We didn't have the pasta.
It's like having the play without the actors.
We don't know where the pasta is, do we, either?
No, so that's probably
We've lost
rotting
the
now
pasta.
and rotting our fleet. We also... What else did we leave?
The most vital thing that any camper van should have.
I don't know, tell me.
A bottle opener.
Bottle opener, so I've got a bottle of wine in there that I can't open. I just have to keep staring at it. I was getting so desperate last night, I got a nail out thinking I was going to hammer it in, and then I thought, no, we're going to have red wine everywhere. So that's still in there, so I've got to work that one out.
So never forget your bottle opener.
What was the other thing?
Shower gel, we forgot that.
Shower gel. So, oh yeah, shower gel. So the first night I went to, or the following morning rather, after the first night, I went into the shower block and had my first shower with fairy liquid.
Thought you were going to say something else.
Yeah, so fairy liquid
You came
does
out.
it. I was sweeping up the bubbles for a good 10 minutes, but it worked. I think it was great when we drove on the second day because we were sort of relaxed then. That was nice. Well, it was sunshine as well, so it was we had a brilliant drive to Usk Reservoir. Usk Reservoir,
Usk.
yeah. One of the best devices has been the Ridge Monkey. Jane decided to buy a banjo as a as a frying pan. It's so big, it won't even fit on the side, on the double burners, it's so big, you know, we could probably feed the whole campsite actually.
What, all two of us?
Yeah, all two of us,
That's
yeah.
unbelievable. Yeah.
Alright, slight exaggeration. But the Ridge Monkey actually has been proved to be really good, because we did a full English breakfast on it, we did the paninis when we got to Usk Reservoir, and they were really nice. We had 2 of those. So we've also did some roasty potatoes with it. I guess we parboiled the potatoes and sort of hardened them in the Ridge Monkey, want of a better description. Cooked our chicken in there. I got introduced to something I've never seen before, which was I asked for a chicken rub, Jan, to get us a chicken rub, and she decided to get me sheets of greaseproof paper that's got chicken rub, and you wrap the chicken up. But it actually was really good. It made it really moist, and so they're quite good. You get them in sheets, herb sheets, whatever. So that was good. Yeah, we had a fantastic walk today, which we never get a chance to do. So it was just nice to chill, and that was good. What's the worst thing that's happened? I don't know.
We forgot the bottle opener.
We forgot the bottle opener. That's probably the worst thing. Harry, our sign. I think that's a bit of a win. And putting the bunting up, and this is all. These are small bunting, which is ideal for a camper van, because the other ones are too bloody big and that.
And that's as personal as we get.
That's as personalised as we want it. I don't want to do any more with it, I don't think. The amount of space we've got in the High Line is unbelievable, because all above here, in a pop top, you wouldn't get. So, you know, we've got our food in here, at the moment we've got our crockery in here. Above the cab, there's a huge area, which are our utility stuff, and then we've got our clothes. Jane and I got our his and hers cupboards over this side.
Walk-in wardrobes.
And our cubes, these are good. So these are really good. So you can buy these sets basically. It sounds daft, but so I've got 3 or 4 of these cubes for, you know, your socks and undies and all that type of stuff, and shirts in this one. And that sounds daft, but it doesn't have to make a difference when you, instead of rummaging around for stuff, you just take down the bag that you want a shirt, you find a shirt, you put that back. So it keeps you sort of organised, really. So they're a bit of a, I saw that on, I think it was an American YouTube as an idea. It was just one of those little snippets. So you pick up these little things by looking at YouTube videos, and that was one of them. Sleeping's been good. I think the heater's fantastic. So it's a Webasto heater.
We like the heater.
Yeah, it basically takes small amount of diesel from, there's a pipe that feeds the diesel from the main fuel tank, and I understand it's real small droplets that go on there for it, but that's been, you know, so it was -2 degrees, and we thought we were going to die because we were going to freeze to death, but actually it's been too hot at times. The bed's been fine. I think we'll get a mattress topper. It's okay, because we suffer from bad backs, so we may get a mattress topper, and that's from Duvalet. And we got ourselves into camper life of going to the loo at midnight with a torch on your head and looking a bit of a fool, a dick, yeah. I got frightened to death last night because we were the only ones on the camper site last night. It was pitch black. We just got here just before sunset. Really good pictures of the sunset. And then I had to go out in the back of the van, and the next thing, there was a bloke standing next to me
with your knobby light on.
With the knobby light on top of his head. Frightened me to death.
No, I meant you had the knobby light on.
I had the knobby light on, yeah, he had a knobby light on. So we both stood
there
nobbies, having a stare off at each other with a torch on your head. It's obviously the campervan thing. And of course, Groot, our little bobbing Groot. So he's our little companion. This table is really good because you can basically move it in any position you want. So I know a lot of designs are fixed and all that type of thing, but this has got so flexible, you can turn it any way you want and get it to any position. So again, it's these little things that sort of make the difference.
Why you went for a high top?
Well, we didn't until we met Steve at Auto Campers. We were convinced that we wanted a short wheelbase because we're a bit nervy about driving big vehicles. First of all, short wheelbase, and also wanted to park it without having to think about too much about it. Obviously VW is iconic in this space, so we was very much looking at V-dubs. There's a lot of conversion companies out there. We went to look at the pop top, which is obviously the convention one, and we went through that, and then he sort of showed us this high line, which we looked at, and at first we thought it was didn't look.
It was an ugly bastard in the corner.
Harry was a bit ugly from the outside to start off with, we thought. So we sort of kept pushing it to one side, and then we went and sat in it, and suddenly realised you can stand up, and the difference is of when you park up, you can spin both seats, and I think that's the other thing, having two front seats, being able to spin around, giving you so much space, but being able to turn around and get into the back of the van really quickly and stand up without having to do anything, and the extra storage. I think that's a key thing, and obviously you've got light coming in with the roof light, and that's got a fly screen, but it's also got a complete blackout screen as well. It just transformed our view of a quality space. So for us, for two people, it's perfect. If you've got four people, it's no good. You'd want a pop top if you've got small kids and that. So, but for us, two people, this is the right size. So hopefully you've enjoyed that video. We're going to have our last night here, and then tomorrow we're going to head off into mid Wales, where we're going to do our first wild camp, which will be interesting. So if you like the video, please like and subscribe if possible. That'd be great.
Silent, wind is cold.